Welcome to the Box of Inspirations, the place where you get the best for you and your business from successful people and entrepreneurs.
All right. Well, thanks so much to Box of Inspiration for having me. My name's Dr. Jade Teta, and I started out as a health and fitness professional. To kind of give you guys an idea of where I am and who I am. I actually live in the East Coast of the United States, and sort of grew up with my mother and father were sort of hippies, and hippie here in the U.S. just means people who are sort of free thinking, free spirits, back to nature types. And so I grew up with a real appreciation for natural health and fitness and all of that kind of thing. And since I was 15 years old, I've been doing personal training. And so writing programs for people when I was in high school and things like that. My dream was always to become a physician, a doctor like my grandfather. And when I got into time to start looking at what I was going to study in college, I studied biochemistry and was still personal training through my undergrad training, and led me to what I do now, which is a health and fitness company that is completely online. And to kind of give you guys an idea, I had a passion to spread my message, but had no idea how I was going to do it. And it certainly wasn't going to be done one-on-one across the table in a personal training or as a doctor talking to people one-on-one. So I moved on to the internet. And here's the thing about the internet. I've built a very successful company, health and fitness company, that now reaches tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, even people all over the world. And a lot of entrepreneurs and people who want to get into this business ask me, hey, Jade, what is your secret? Because I'm doing things on Facebook and I'm writing blogs and I'm tweeting and I'm on YouTube and I'm doing all this stuff, but I can't seem to get traction. And so really quickly, I'm going to break down for you the big things that I think make the biggest difference. Number one is you have to find and do your passion. Too often times I see people out there who want to do business and they're like, oh, Jade is making money or so-and-so is making money. Maybe I'll just copy what they're doing. And so you're coming at it from a money first standpoint instead of coming at it from a passion first standpoint. Because in this industry and when you're doing internet business like I do, and when you're doing business in general, things get tough. It's not always going to be pretty. You're going to have ups and downs, and the passion is what's going to keep you moving forward and unlocking, sort of the secret sauce to make you successful. The other thing is that you have to be different. You have to do something that is different. You have to have a different voice. Too often I see people doing me too type businesses. So they read a blog or they listen to what I say or they read their favorite guru or expert in a field. And then they essentially just copy what that person is doing without giving anything for themselves, without coming up with a new twist, a new message that inspires people and gets them to pay attention. You have to be different. One of my heroes is Bruce Lee. I don't know if people are familiar with Bruce Lee, but he's a famous actor and martial artist here in the United States, and I think he's worldwide famous. But one of the things he said is absorb what is useful, discard what is not, and add what is uniquely your own. I would say that when you're coming up with your own message, that's what you want to do. It's fine to listen to gurus and read blogs and do all this other stuff, but you have to put your own spin on it. You have to take what you want to use, discard what you don't think is useful in your message, and then add the secret sauce that makes you you. And then the other thing I would say is right off the bat, what you have to understand is to get in business, especially in my business, you have to receive. In other words, you have to, and let me put this another way. In order to receive, you have to give first, okay? In order to receive, you have to give first. And the way you do that in my business is you give away all of your best information. You give it all away. You give it away on videos. You give it away in email. You give it away in your blogs. And then you make sure to monetize that, to turn it into money. You make sure you capture that information from them and basically say, hey, if you want more, give me an email. And then from there, you essentially are selling them a product. But here's the big thing. A lot of that stuff, you might say, well, Jade, I know this. I've studied internet business. But the bottom line is what most people are doing is they're doing that with not having the passion and not making things different. And so you have to track everything you do to make sure that you're getting your secret sauce across and that people are responding to you. And so the idea is you tweak it, you adjust, you tweak your message, you adjust, you tweak your message, you adjust. You continue to experiment this way until you find success. It takes time. It's a process. It's a journey, and it's not going to happen overnight. But I do think that if you start from that standpoint in business, you will be successful. And so thanks so much for having me. I want to say a big thanks to Box of Inspiration for allowing me to kind of be on and the work they're doing, and really appreciate all that you guys are doing. To find me online, you can find me on Twitter at Jade Teta, and you can also find my website at metaboliceffect.com. Thanks so much, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in on today's episode. Head on over to boxofinspirations.com for full recaps and much more.